Testing, 1, 2, 3, and I think I am on. Everything's working fine. Let me just hit record on that right quick. It might start up a little early, and by a little early, I mean my PNG tuber thing that I got going on. I do got me a nice cup of hot tea. What am I drinking? This is just green tea. It's delicious. I've actually been drinking nothing but teas, and I'm been really into my fitness, but you guys already know that. But speaking about being into my fitness, recently I caught a stomach virus, and it didn't feel good. You know, it was going around. Maybe my brother was sick, my sister was sick, you know, and then somehow I caught it. But yeah, I did catch a stomach virus, and I was going to the gym for 129 days for every day. And unfortunately, the stomach virus did break my gym streak. But I am back going to the gym. But I was feeling a bit sad, you know, because I've just grown so accustomed to getting up and going to the gym. So when I was sick for a few days, it just felt really weird not being able to go do what I like to do. You know what I mean? But I got over it, and I'm back going every day again. Well, not right now, because I went today, and I guess they're remodeling the insides, and we're getting a bunch of new equipment. So I just didn't attend. I did work out a little bit at home, but I didn't attend today. I didn't. They said on the door that I can go to any other location for free, and it would be no problem, but I just didn't want to go through it. And before then, sorry, I got a little Snapchat message. And before that happened, I met a lady at the gym. In the conversation we had, she was saying, hold on, let me turn the music back on. I forgot to put that on repeat. There we go. She was saying, don't feel bad about missing a day, because she saw me a bunch, because she shows up a lot too, and she noticed that I'm always there, you know. And I told her about my gym streak or whatever, and she told me, yeah, don't ever feel bad about missing a day. And that's, I took that, you know, to heart, you know, because once you grow accustomed to doing something, it feels weird. You feel a bit out of a place when you can't do what you like to do, you know. But during my stomach virus, during my sickness, my cousin did reach out to me, and that was pretty fun. You know, I played Fortnite with him along with my brother, and we chopped it up, talked about some old stuff that happened. Remember this, remember that. But yeah, it was really nice reaching out to him, and it was really nice of him to reach out to me. And so now we're gonna hopefully we can keep reaching out to each other and play more games in the future. I haven't been a huge gamer. I haven't played Zelda. I know I talked about it on the previous podcast. Gonna get a little sip right here. I talked about it on the previous podcast about how much I'm really enjoying Zelda. And Zelda, that's a game that me and my cousin played a lot when we were kids. But I haven't touched it. I'm overwhelmed, you know. And I see on the internet that a lot of people are having fun with it, but I'm probably going to wait until the hype dies down, and then I'm going to go play it and enjoy it, because I don't want to rush it, and I don't want to, because it reminds me a lot like Breath of the Wild. It uses the same engine, it uses the same items, and it's kind of like the Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask thing, how they use the same assets. And when Breath of the Wild came out, I demolished that game. I did everything that there was to do in that game except looking for the Korok seeds. So I just don't feel like I just don't have it in me to go through and do it all again, you know. So I'm just gonna let it marinate. But I do have it, and I will play it eventually and have fun with it, but I just can't do it right now. But it's fun. It is fun. I'm drinking tea out of a little Zelda cup, so it's still my favorite game in the world, but just not that. But yeah, so that's why, yes, because I got in touch with my cousin, and we both played Zelda when we were kids. And so one of the things I do scroll through TikTok a lot, and I found myself wrapped in the little 90s. Do you remember these videos, like the TikTok nostalgia videos? And I know you've probably seen them before. It's they have the little Donkey Kong aquatic ambient song, the do 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 do, and it makes you reminisce and go back, and just, I don't know, a lot of stuff on there. Remember Kmart? I remember what was it? This was there were these things called kudos and yogos, and what those were, those was like a little chocolate bar, and then yogos, they were like these little yogurt little I don't know, they were little balls of like yogurt. They were delicious though. I remember when I was in middle school, or was it elementary? I think it was like early middle school. They used to sell them for lunch, at the student stores and all that. But I used to adore those things, man. And it's sad that they're not here anymore, because I do. I'm not so much of a kudo, but yogos, I do miss the taste of yogos. And so I saw the box and I got a little sad, that the stuff is not out. I think they used to sell those for like $1 at my middle school. That's when, the prices wasn't so high, but it was a lot of stuff in those slides. It was the old PS1 logo and the sound of that PS1 sound. But yeah, there was the Dreamcast in there too. And I actually owned a Dreamcast. I don't remember a lot about the Dreamcast. I think it was way before its time. But I remember I used to play Sonic on the Dreamcast. And I also used to play Sonic on like the old, because this was a part of the whole TikTok nostalgic video slideshow album, It was the Windows 98 screen, and I used to play Sonic on an old Windows 98 computer. I remember that we used to have the discs, and this was back then with MSN and AOL Messenger and Millsberry.com and all the RuneScape, all those fun things that I used to indulge in when I was a kid. Remember Tomba for the PlayStation 1? My aunt was a huge fan. She still is. She's a huge fan of Tomba, and I like Tomba. I don't think Tomba though will ever make a comeback, because it was made by who was the producer? Whoopi Camp, and Whoopi Camp has since shut down. I don't think they are around anymore. And I do know that the composer for the music for Tomba, I believe he passed away. I don't think he's around anymore either, but I do remember Tomba. Tomba was fun. I think though, if Tomba did come back, it will probably give the Mario Brothers a run for, probably not a whole, because the Mario Brothers they're too big, but you could get suits and power-ups and stuff in Tomba as well, and it was a platformer, so it would really be a popular platformer, I don't think I don't think it'll beat Mario, but it'll be PlayStation's greatest platformer, like, easily, if Tomba came back. And the music was awesome, But yeah, Tomba, I like Tomba. It probably can. I wrote that too. It can probably compete with Mario and Spyro, but Spyro is still around. They just Spyro just got like a collection release on the Nintendo Switch not too long ago. I did enjoy Spyro. I didn't like when it went a New Beginnings. I like when stuff was colorful, and Sparks the Dragonfly, I like, but when it went a New Beginnings, I kind of, and Eternal something, I forgot the next one of that collection, but I kind of fell out of the Spyro. I don't know. I like it colorful, Crash Bandicoot too. I used to play a lot of Crash Bandicoot. That's something I was talking about the other day with my family. You ever just give names to whatever show or thing and it's not even the actual name, So for us, Crash Bandicoot, I remember this, Crash Bandicoot, we used to call that game Boint Boint. Boint. And I still call it that to that day. Whenever I see Crash Bandicoot, my brain doesn't register Crash Bandicoot. It registers as Boint Boint. And that's just a me. That's just a we thing, you know? No one's ever done. I don't know. That's just something we always used to do. We used to call feety pajamas Suns. In my whole entire life, I thought feety pajamas were called Suns, but no. They're just called feety pajamas or foot pajamas. So that was just something that I was thinking about. This is still in the whole TikTok old nostalgic video albums. Blockbuster was in there, and I started thinking about how the way GameStop is moving nowadays, and how a lot of people are buying digital now. I think GameStop might be the next Blockbuster. And I talked to the associates too about it whenever I find myself in a GameStop, and a lot of them agree with me. You know, they agree that it might be the new Blockbuster, and I wouldn't want that to happen because I am falling out of gaming. But you know, I still have a passion to like collect the physical things. You know, like with the movies. You know, I like to own the physical. I don't really like watching from a screen, a phone, or, you know, a streaming service. I like to open the cases and admire, you know, and that's the same for like how I like my games as well too. But GameStop might become a Blockbuster. I don't want it to happen, but this is still memory lane. I was thinking maybe picking up a PS Vita because I was on TikTok. And a lot of people, they do mods and stuff on TikTok. And I've seen a lot of cool things you can do with a PS Vita. And I see a lot of videos that are like, should you own a PS Vita in 2022, 2023? And they're just like, everyone that makes videos like that, they're at the end, they're always like, yes, you should absolutely pick one up because it is a godsend for emulations and stuff. So I might just pick up a PS Vita and mod it, you know. And it looks surprisingly easy. It's easier now. I think you can do it without the need of a computer. You can just go to a site and download a package and install that package and then inject they made it so user-friendly and easy. Because I had a 3DS and I didn't even mod the 3DS. I just had a couple Zelda games on it and Persona Q and Q2, but I played a little bit of Persona Q2. I never played Persona Q. I don't know, man. I just don't have it in me. I'll play old school emulations of games more than I'll play the new stuff. That's the thing. I find myself liking the stuff I grow up with that we don't have the access to that much anymore versus the top game that's just coming out, you know. Let's see, what else was in the TikTok nostalgia? Book fairs. Okay. So I don't know if it was a California thing. I think it was an everybody thing because kids have to read, you know. But occasionally some people will come to your library. This is when you're in elementary. Some people will come to your library and they would sell all these different types of books. And I remember schools, they'll give you a pamphlet of all the stuff that were going on sale, and you go home and ask your mom or your dad or your uncle or whoever. You'd ask them, oh, can I have some money so I can get a book from the book fair? Yeah, me. I didn't have it like that. But my grandma at the time, she used to be, I think I said this in a previous podcast. I don't think so. But my grandma used to be the librarian of the elementary school that I was going to. But that didn't mean I was getting free book fair stuff. Oh, no. I used to steal from the book fair. I used to steal cheat code books. I used to steal all types of gaming stuff. But I was slick with it too. You know, my method, it required a lot of patience, you know. It required a lot of patience. So what I would do, okay, so the way the book fair is designed, so you have the library in the back of the book fair, and then you have all the books displayed, all the book fair books displayed like around, like in a circle. So what I would do is I would take books that I would want from the book fair, and I would hide them behind actual books in the library. And the book fair was only around for like a week. And I just had that memory, though. I stashed this behind this book. I stashed that behind that book. Soon as the book fair would end and everyone packs up, I would go to the library and move my stash around. And that's how I would take from the book fair. Required a lot of patience, but I used to do it a lot every time we had a book fair because, I don't know, we did not have a lot of money, but that's just what I used to do. It reminds me of the Zelda, the thief thing, and Link's Awakening when you rob from the store and then you get that text when you walk out and it says, guess what? You got it for free. Are you proud of yourself? That's how I used to feel when I walked out with my stash of new books that I stole from the book fair. Guess what? You got it for free. Do you feel proud of yourself? What else do I want to talk about? What else was in my Discord? Ask me questions. I redid my Instagram. I redid a lot because, this year is the year of my self-love, I've been taking care of myself, going to the gym, getting big, eating right, eating nice, cutting out all the junk food. This is my self-love arc. I like to call it my hyperbolic time chamber arc because I'm going to be doing this for the whole year. So my thing was if you can go a year just not doing anything, then you can go a year of just taking care of yourself, dedicate a year to loving yourself. And that's what my hyperbolic time chamber arc is. But yeah, I redid my Instagram. I reviewed the shows that I watched, the anime shows. I got a little theme going on. It looks like a puzzle, but overall I'm very happy with it. It looks a lot better versus just a bunch of anime picture movies with me talking about it. It looks like there's passion in there now because there is passion. I love this stuff. I started posting reels of my workouts Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, not to blow up or anything, just for me because it looks nice. I changed my display name Jack and the Bardock because Bardock is my favorite character in Dragon Ball. Really, his story is my favorite. But you'd be surprised. Is it Jean? Yeah, Jean. She's actually my favorite. I was gonna call her Gine. I don't know. I do that sometimes. But Jean is my favorite character in Dragon Ball Z. I don't know. I see her and I want to protect. But yeah, I redid my Instagram. Started posting workout reels. I'm really just cleaning out all my junk. I think that was all. Listen, I went for 17 minutes today. I'm going to keep going to the gym, keep working out every day. I have gotten bigger. Oh, the cool thing, so I used to be 30 in pants back, like 32 around there in the size of pants that I wore. But I just wasn't fitting that size for a while now. But since I've been taking care of myself, I'm back to fitting those pants. So I'm really happy about that. And I am watching Dragon Ball Super right now. And I'm thinking I'm going to make a little motivation chart. And I'm going to hang up a picture of Kale and the Golden Frieza and Vegeta and Trunks, all their muscles. So I'll be like, this is the body that I'm trying to get, I'm going to make me a little motivation chart. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. Just wanted to get on here and say a few things. Because right now it just hit midnight for me. It's June 2nd, midnight. And I do got to go to work tomorrow. So I might just end it here. I'm trying to talk to see if there's anything that'll come to my mind. No, I don't think so. I think that's it. I'm still reading. I don't know if I mentioned that on the previous podcast. I'm still reading the book. The book I'm reading is called Foundry Side right now. And I'm only on like chapter 6 or 7. She's getting ready to board. She's going to run away, and I think she's about to get on a boat. But that's probably what I'm gonna do right after I turn this podcast off. About to go make another thing of sleepy time tea and get some reading going before I call it hey. Well, I don't know. I do go to work tomorrow at 5. I probably can squeeze in another episode, maybe 2 more episodes of Dragon Ball Super. It's getting good. I'm at the part where everyone, they're gonna compete in the tournament of power, where whoever loses, universe gets destroyed, and Goku just went to go recruit Frieza. So I'm gonna see how that's gonna turn. I'm gonna get back to that, but thank you for tuning in to me. If you have tuned in to me, if you're out there, and if you're listening, if my voice is reaching you, and you're getting ready to go to sleep, have a good one. Have a good night. Stay safe. Have good dreams. When you wake up tomorrow and your feet hit the ground, say everything is going to be all right. Tell yourself you're going to have a great day. Rewire your brain to feel better, I'm going to go ahead. I keep saying it. I'm going to go ahead and get up on out of here. Call it a night. Shower. Watch another episode of Dragon Ball. Read and call it a night. So, thank you. Thank you for tuning in to me. Good night.